Hi, welcome back to my channel. So happy Saturday. I hope you're all doing well and having a lovely weekend. So thank you for joining me this evening. And if you are new, then welcome. Welcome. And welcome back to my already lovely subscribers. Thank you. So I've been called to pop on this evening to pull from a couple of oracle decks. Let's get a guidance message for the collective. We've got the Work Your Light Oracle and Rumi. So let's find out what the current energy is for the collective. Let's find out what current energy is for the collective using the Work Your Light Oracle. And I'll put them back in at the moment. Thank you. So we have fun, celebrate. Oh, shuffle my chair. Don't be so serious. And the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. And answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? My soul was calling me to go for a walk earlier. So I hope you liked my little walk in the wilderness. So let's get into the guidebook. I do enjoy art guidebook messages. Stop taking life so seriously. Your spirit needs to have some fun. The more you play, the more inspiration will follow. Take some time out to do something without being attached to the outcome. You are being called to rest and play and learn to have more fun. Do something that makes you laugh, the best medicine around. Call up a friend that you can be silly with. Take your inner child on a date. The more you switch off your mind, the more room your spirit has to whisper and guide. When you do things without being attached to the outcome, ideas, clarity, guidance and solutions have the space to drop in. The left and right hemispheres of the brain can begin talking to each other. It's like the divine masculine and divine feminine can begin to communicate. You can connect and play together in the spiritual realms when you take some time to have fun, when you connect to this light-hearted nature, enjoying being in the now and just allowing your soul to guide you to follow the messages around you. So make play a compulsory part of your day. Schedule some time in. Spend some time, well, it says spend some more time doing things just because you love to do them, just because they bring you joy and light you up. If you follow what lights you up, just as I was called towards the light, all the birds having a right commotion around that light. There's a lot of chatter around that light. But despite the chatter, the light calls you that way. That's where all the fun is. The life, the laughter. So if you follow what lights you up, you will light up the world without even trying. For when you are lit up, you are in your spirit. And when you are in your spirit, you fall into the flow with life. So how do you play? What do you do to have fun? What lights you up? If you have been working hard lately, it's time to celebrate how far you have come, all that you've achieved. Don't rush on to the next thing. Take a moment to throw a party, to go on vacation, or have some fun. It's time to celebrate your achievements and have some fun. So, the age of light. Oh, wrong page, hang on a moment. I wanted to sing the conga. Okay. So you've been training for this for lifetimes. You've been training for this for lifetimes. You understand the messages that the soul, your soul, has been giving you. And guiding you, and you recognize how your soul has been guiding you. And you've been training for lifetimes how to recognize this guidance and how to see the signs. Mystics and sages throughout the ages have predicted this period in history, and you decided to incarnate in the middle of it. There is no mistake that you are supposed to be here at this time of great change. If you ever feel unprepared or daunted by the path that is calling you, know this. You've been training for this for lifetimes. You're way more than the days that you have breathed. No, you are way more than the days that have breathed through you in this life. You are also all of the lifetimes that came before. All of these experiences have polished your soul into the most magnificent expression that is your authentic self. Your soul has many facets. Imagine a fingerprint. Your soul is 1,000,000 times more intricate than that. If you put together all of the fingerprints of all of the people you have been, you would not even get close to fathoming how much of a unique masterpiece you actually are. You came in with a clear soul plan. You came in with wisdom beyond your years. This is the part of you that longs to be seen. This is the part of you that is ready to step forward, that is ready to emerge. This is not the lifetime to stay hidden, but to step forth, be seen, and rise. It's time to answer the call of your soul. Because it's calling to you. So what is your soul calling you to do? Your guidance is divinely guided. You are being called to answer the call of your soul. It might be scary. It might not make sense. But if you trust your soul's yearnings, you will live a life beyond what your mind could possibly imagine. Answering your soul's calling is not a one-time thing, rather a lifelong dance. Deep down, you already know what you long for, what your soul yearns for. Whatever you are called to do, that is your calling. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for permission. Just say yes. Most people are waiting for a step-by-step plan before they take the first step. But intuition doesn't work like that. It takes faith and courage to answer the calls of your soul. And that's why most people don't do it. But you are not most people. You are in exactly the right place to answer your calling now. You don't need to know the whole plan. You don't even need to know where it is leading. You just need to take the next step. No one has ever had the complete, perfect plan. There is no end destination. There is no right or wrong way to do it, and you do not need permission from anyone else. Sometimes, the more resistance we have around answering a soul calling, the more important it is to our soul's growth. So what is your soul calling you to do? What's going to light you up? So let's get a Rumi oracle now. Oh, thank you. And we have Whirling Goddess, card 30. So let's shuffle these along a little bit, shall we? with the Angel Rasbar at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so let's read our guidance messages. The Whirling Goddess, the Angel Rasbar. Lose your head. Not a single thread that has a head can go through the eye of a needle. Rumi. Tell me the truth, I asked, love. What are you? I am the everlasting life, love said. I am the recurring joy of living. Rumi. Come, my love, are you dizzy yet? If you can still find your feet, then that is okay with me. But if you can still find your head, then I will take issue. There is a great dance, but it cannot be danced with choreographed steps. No, this great dance demands a response rather than an initiation, a reaction rather than a direction. So let us dissemble and lose our heads to the great music, the rhythm held steady in our beating hearts. Our feet shall be moving whilst our minds, inadequate to the task, take the night off. The Master speaks of a den of riches where many precious jewels can be found. In abundance they lie, patient and yet ready to be claimed. Go, scoop them up, urges the Master. The devoted ones look but cannot see. Where are those precious jewels? They cry, for we cannot find them anywhere. The Master gazes lovingly at the devoted ones and responds kindly. In service, my beloveds, you shall find the jewels through service. For what is the soul but the finest and most precious of heavenly jewels? What is service but the scooping up of the soul, that it does not lie lost nor unclaimed, but instead honoured for all its precious worth and beauty, tended to, until it becomes vibrant as a flawless ruby, radiant with the joy of living. I just need a drink before I continue. There is somewhere you are meant to be. It is here, now, in this moment. There is a gift right under your nose, and fragrant wine in your glass, gleaming red as the most precious rubies. To be here now, you must pass through the keyhole, but your head will tell you this is not possible unless the door is unlocked. Even though your body is passing through the keyhole of that locked door into the endless world beyond. Leave your mind to be in its struggles for a moment, without you laying witness to it. Your mind will become like the dog howling for its master's return, even as he steps out the front door. Frustrated temporarily, he will chew at some shoes, then fall asleep peacefully until his master returns. So leave your mind trusting, chewing a little, until you are truly through the keyhole, when it can rest. Leave it be. Instead, come dance with me. You are at a point of growth where your mind can hold you back rather than urge you forward. If you have, like so many, used your mind to support you, to shore up your sense of self in the world, and to gain a sense of certainty about how the world works, then this is no easy leap. It will seem as though you are being asked to pass through the keyhole. Of course, your mind will stop and argue for all the reasons why the door should be opened instead of remaining closed, making the task seem so much harder than it needs to be. But this is the mind in resistance. Don't place too much stock in the claims that life should be any other than it is. You are being asked to dance rather than understand, to lay the thoughts to rest and to come alive. It is the bravest, most trusting soul that dares put the mind to one side and say, tonight we dance, my heart and I, in the group rousing music of the beloved's beating heart, and I will not miss one step. And to awaken the next day and do it all over again and again and again. You are ready, you see, sweet soul dancer. You are ready to live beyond what you know, to have it no matter if you don't understand how life can work itself out, or how it could be that someone so normal and ordinary as you and I could also be so magnificent, wild and divine. The need for answers and plans, assurances and explanations is passing out of your world now. You are not to wait for permission, for explanation, or even for another dance partner, for I am already inviting you onto the great dance floor. You are to let go of any stigma around not knowing. When someone asks you what you are going to do next, or how you are going to manage, you are given this divine mandate with relish. Excuse me. With relish, reveal the truth. I do not know. Know nothing in dance, sweet soul, for all will unveil itself to you in perfect harmony and timing. Your heart shall create the steps in response to the music of the spheres happening now, alive and spontaneous and free. If there is an issue apparently unsolvable or unknowable in your life now, The divine is handling it. The divine is in the middle of it, working through the knot and unraveling it. Fear not. Do the sacred ritual and give yourself permission to take the night off from worry. Repeat this heavenly prescription daily as needed. So say the following aloud. I give my heart permission to lead this dance. I give my mind some time off. No more worry or doubt, planning or resisting. Instead, I surrender. Instead, I open. Instead, I allow, I allow, I allow. And all unfolds with perfection, divine timing, and the miracle of grace. With Rumi as my sole witness, so be it. And you have completed your sacred honouring ritual. Divine contribution is offered to those who wish to contribute to the world. The great beloved sees what is in your heart, what it is you wish to offer, and is saying yes. So you are being empowered to serve, to assist, to offer a genuine spiritual contribution to this planet, to become a sacred hand at work for the will of heaven. Such is the capacity bestowed upon the soul that is wise and filled with love, and therefore desiring to serve. So then, do not doubt yourself, beloved. You have been blessed with this by the Master to find the precious jewel in your own soul and claim it. Cast aside your doubts. Yet perhaps this is not easy for you to do. Perhaps you look at the world, even your chosen field of endeavour, and already you hear so many voices speaking. You may wonder if your own contribution would simply add noise to the cacophony. You may wonder if you can really help, if you have anything genuine to add, or if there is just too much noise anyway. You may hesitate and become fearful. Do not despair, my beloved. It is part of your divine destiny to add something of great value to the world, something that has its place even amongst all that activity, something needed absolutely in the hearts of all. That precious gift is the true silence, the true silence of peace. It is the living experience of the eternal love of the divine that asks nothing but be received and gives of itself unconditionally. That silence is present underneath even the most raucous noise. If no one knows how to access it, the true silence can only be felt through the beautiful, feeling heart when you know how to feel it, to surrender into it, you can transmit silence in many ways. Through the peace you cultivate in your heart, in your own daily living, through your presence, through your art, even through your voice, written, sung, or spoken. Yes, even through sound, if that is your path of service. Silence can emanate through your voice, and divine silence can be felt in the hearts of others. The true and great silence, as you now realize, as you may now realize, my dear angel, is not the absence of sound. It is the experience of the divine presence of love. So shall you trust in the wisdom of the Master who bids to serve according to the graces you have been given? Will you choose to put aside your doubts and instead believe in yourself and the power of divine love that will reach out to the world through your willing soul? Ah, yes, I knew, I knew your brave heart would accept this empowerment. I knew you wanted to serve more than you wanted to fear. Whatever is in your heart is the method by which the great jewels shall be collected. The Master teaches us that we are built to serve according to a higher perfection. So if to dance is in your heart, then dance, swirling goddess. Be open and free. Do not hide. Dance. If prayer is in your heart, then pray. If you can feed the poor with food, if you can give the despairing kindness, the lost your words, and those who have turned away from the great Master a healing touch, then do so. Do so without doubt, without having to be the best or the greatest or any other notion your mind conjures. Just be willing. Willingness, not perfection, is required from you. So then, there is room for freedom to awaken in you. Willingness opens you to divine assistance, and through that empowerment, an even greater joy of being will grow within your sacred heart. Your service can flow from simply being yourself in the world, completely and utterly. Your radiance can become one of the sacred candles of the Holy Master. There are many candles that hold the Master's light, and yet each one of them is precious beyond compare. Be such a light. Scoop up the jewels through your service, and do not render yourself incapable through nightmares of false imaginings and smallness of mind. Yes, your heart is too big for your mind, and it will break it open, but that is okay. Do you think you only serve love and are not also served by love? The helpers are always helped. This is love's way. Do you feel as though you are a foreigner in this land? Ah, Angel Rasbar shall show you the way then, for she knows you from a long, long time ago. Though you might have temporarily forgotten the acquaintance, she is a great hostess and guide in this terrain of divine love, and she remembers you, you who are great of heart and capable of contribution, you who are now signing up for service in the great work of love. Yes, there is work for you to do. Your purpose is bestowed. Serve, assist, do not hold back for any reason. Not one reason you could imagine is worthy of you. So then, aliveness. So then, service. So then, joy. Help and be helped. That is the way for you now. You are being guided deeper into your life purpose and divine destiny. Like a maturing adult who is ready to take on the mantle of a greater responsibility, your soul is stepping up. You are going through a process of assuming more spiritual responsibility for the honest and empowered expression of your own essence, and through that your healing presence in the world is increasing. You are stepping up and forward onto your path. This is appropriate now. It will make you more visible, but that is as it should be. It is not about being worth more than any other. It is about the utterly sensible use of light. That it not be dampened down by a shade, but instead be placed where it can cast its fullness, so that others, still in darkness, may find their way more easily. This is efficient, intelligent, and sensible. Your success and growth is drenched in compassion and brings joy to the heart of the Master, as another and another find their way, benefiting from the light of your being. So shine true, be humble, but not dismissive of your gifts. Allow others to find their way more easily, because you choose to honour the power of the great silence that emanates through you evermore, as you trust and surrender. This oracle brings special messages of reassurance that you are making progress and are indeed on the right path. Although it may not unfold exactly as you anticipate, it will indeed unfold. You are making a positive impact in the world, more than you consciously realize, and you are asked, therefore, to continue. Do not give up. Do not turn back. Just continue. Take your steps, your journey, and know that the divine great Master is aware of you and is sending the holy ones, including that wise ancient mother, Angel Rasbar, to bring you the blessing of the true silence now. Let it clear and soothe your mind and heart, and help you remember the peace that dwells within you. All is well. Much love, everybody. That was long. Have a great evening, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.